My name is Mimi Ishan, and I work for Urgent Action Fund Africa as the Environment and Climate Justice Officer. So, in Urgent Action Funds, we target women across Africa, women activists who fight to retain their land, and the economic justice aspect. We sustain African human rights defenders by resourcing them so that they can have enough funds to sustain the activism in the environment. So we believe strongly that women actually belong to the environment. They interrogate and interact with the environment, and because of the gender disparity, they are in most times kept apart. We want to see them, working with the environment and promoting their activism. I'm passionate about women. Growing up, I saw the disparity, the patriarchy, the misogynistic environment, the things that happen around women. And, women suffer a lot. Women bear the brunt of everything. The burden of care, taking care of children, ensuring the entire family is safe, provision of livelihood and health for the family. It all borders on women. I see the woman being in charge of the environment because that is where she derives her livelihood. Coming from a patriarchy environment, men take leadership on land issues. So you find that when a woman even tries to inherit a land, she's not given that opportunity. She must bring a man to play the role. And if she doesn't, it's taken away from her. And once you take away the land from the woman, you've stripped her of everything. You've stripped her of her livelihood, of her life, and everything that represents the woman. So I feel with the knowledge I have, I should defend women across Africa to, fight for their rights and for justice. So one of the major challenges I face, of course, is the pushback from the male counterpart, from the multinationals, from the extractives. It's kind of like a circle where the government gets into partnership with the multinationals to strip the environment of the minerals, and they share the booty. So if you emerge, for example, as an activist, the first thing is to be pushed out of the equation. And of course, you will be looked upon as an opposition, opposing the status quo. So all the government, radar is on you, trying to get you down and strip you of your power of activism. And if you're dealing with women at the grassroots, there's a language barrier. But you need to walk through these women to get them to understand what they're dealing with, the forces that is working against them, so that they in themselves will turn out to be activists. So the challenge of replicating my activism in women is a big challenge. I also think that donors should find time to go into the community of the grantees and sit with them. I think donors should find time in their busy schedule to build that kind of relationship so that we can get to the root cause of issues and support women to bounce back and work effectively. There was a project that we did in Zimbabwe, and these women stood their ground on their land because the multinationals were working with the government over a land that had coal. So the Chinese miners wanted to mine this coal for energy. And the women said, "You will destroy our land. This is all we have. Do you want to take it away from us?" So I think funders should identify such women and support them the best they can. And like I said, funders should invest in movement building for environment women human rights defenders. We need to know that when we center care in environmental activists, that they would always continue to act in their activism to ensure that what they're fighting for change. We need to know that the land belongs to the woman, and unless we understand that, we're stripping her of her livelihood, we're stripping her of her economic power, we're stripping the woman of the care. You know, care begins with the woman when she has children. We're stripping her of that care that centers in the family. And if you take away the family, take away the land, then where do we go to? I need donors to really interrogate, to come down to the level of environmental activists to understand the issues they're going through in their language and work with them to bring out solutions that are lasting and that are systemic and that can change the status quo.